Hello. So today for story time we are reading Just a Minute, and it's by Yuyi Morales. When Grandma Beetle woke at dawn, she heard a knock at the door, and oh my, waiting for her outside, she found Senor Cayavera. Senor Cayavera tipped his hat. What a skinny gentleman! With a pass of his hand, he signaled to Grandma Beetle. It was time for her to come along with him. Just a minute, Senor Cayavera, Grandma Beetle said. I will go with you right away. I have just one house to sweep. Senor Cayavera remembered he had extra time today, so he decided to wait. Uno, one swept house, counted Senor Cayavera, and he rose from his seat. Just a minute, Senor Cayavera, Grandma Beetle said. I will go with you right away. I have just 2 pots of tea to boil. Senor Cayavera sighed. Waiting a little longer wouldn't hurt anybody, after all. Dos. 2 steaming pots of tea, counted Senor Cayavera, and he headed for the door. Just a minute, Senor Cayavera, Grandma Beetle said. I will go with you right away. I have just 3 pounds of corn to make into tortillas. Senor Cayavera rolled his eyes. He had to be very patient sometimes. 3 stacks of tortillas, counted Senor Cayavera, and he put on his hat. Just a minute, Senor Cayavera, Grandma Beetle said. I will go with you right away. I have just 4 fruits to slice. Senor Cayavera frowned. This was taking more time than he expected. 4 fruits made into salad, counted Senor Cayavera, and he motioned that they should go. Just a minute, Senor Cayavera, Grandma Beetle said. I will go with you right away. I have just 5 cheeses to melt. Senor Cayavera tapped his fingers. This was getting out of hand. 5 melted cheeses, counted Senor Cayavera, and he hurried to help Grandma Beetle with her sweater. Just a minute, Senor Cayavera, Grandma Beetle said. I will go with you right away. I have just 6 pots of food to cook. Senor Cayavera threw up his hands. What else could he do? 6 pots of delicious food, counted Senor Cayavera, and he offered Grandma Beetle his arm. Just a minute, Senor Cayavera, Grandma Beetle said. I will go with you right away. I have just 7 piñatas to fill with candy. Senor Cayavera shook his head in disbelief. It was getting late. 7 piñatas full of candy, counted Senor Cayavera, and he held open the door for Grandma Beetle. Just a minute, Senor Cayavera, Grandma said. I will go with you right away. I have just 8 platters of food to arrange on the table. Enough, Senor Cayavera could take no more. 8 platters of food sat on the table, but Senor Cayavera had lost count. He was too busy stomping on the floor. Oh, look, Senor Cayavera, Grandma Beetle exclaimed. Here come my grandchildren. Senor Cayavera took a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 beautiful grandchildren came through the door. The children sat at the table, everyone at his place. Now, said Grandma Beetle, all my guests are here, and together they make 10. But the guests sitting at the table counted only 9. Grandma, the children protested, where's guest number 10? Here he is, she answered. Diaz, number 10. Of course, is Senor Cayavera. It was time to celebrate Grandma Beetle's birthday. When the birthday cake was all aflame, Grandma Beetle blew out the candles with a gust like a hurricane. When the party was over, Grandma Beetle kissed the grandchildren one by one. Then she announced, "I am ready, Senor Calavera." But oh my, where was Senor Calavera? Grandma Beetle found only a note. "Dear Grandma Beetle, your birthday party was a scream. I had fun like never before. I wouldn't miss your next birthday party for anything. You can count on that. Sincerely, yours, Senor Calavera." The end. And that was Just a Minute by Juji Morales. See you next time.